The what is seen from out of sight remains one of the most unforgettable, slow-burn cinematic moments ever shared between Jennifer Lopez and George Clooney. A scene that continues to fascinate audiences because it captures a rare kind of electric chemistry Hollywood struggles to manufacture. In this single moment, the film shifts from being just another crime caper into something far more magnetic, more intimate, and more hypnotic. What makes this scene iconic is a quiet restraint. The way two characters on opposite sides of the law carry years of frustration, temptation, moral conflict, and dangerous curiosity into a closed space where time feels momentarily suspended. Lopez plays U.S. Marshal Karen Sisco with equal parts control and vulnerability, balancing her duty with a deep emotional undercurrent she tries, but fails to hide. Clooney's Jack Foley, the smooth-talking bank robber, walks the line between charm and danger, knowing he shouldn't be there, knowing he's risking everything, yet unable to resist the gravitational pull that seems to snap them back together every time fate places them in each other's paths. The brilliance of the scene comes from what is left unsaid. They speak in a soft cadence, circling around the truth. They both wonder what might have happened if things were different, if he wasn't a criminal, if she wasn't an officer, if their lives weren't tethered to opposing sides of an unbreakable line. The snowy backdrop outside, the quiet jazz play in the background, the dimly lit room. Everything about the environment heightens the sense of forbidden connection. It feels like the world has momentarily stepped aside to give these two people space to explore fantasy they know they can't keep. The camera work is slow and warm, holding just long enough on each expression to let the audience feel the tension building in their eyes, their breaths, their unspoken questions. Soderbergh's direction uses reflection, conversation pacing, and clever cross-cutting to create a dreamlike rhythm that feels more like a memory than an event, as if both characters are already aware that this moment will haunt them long after it ends. Lopez delivers one of the strongest performances of her career, embodying a woman who has dedicated her life to justice, but can't ignore the rare emotional spark she feels for a man she should be arresting. Clooney's portrayal is equally compelling, a man who has lived a life of running, improvising, and surviving, but suddenly finds himself wanting something genuine, even if it's fleeting and forbidden. Their chemistry is physical, intellectual, and deeply emotional, with dialogue that glides effortlessly between flirtation and introspection. They talk about movies, about alternate lives, about parallel universes where maybe they could have sat together in a hotel room without the burden of badges and criminal records. That what if hangs over the scene like a bittersweet cloud. It's not the possibility they're drawn to, but the impossibility. Their attraction lies in the tension, in knowing the moment can't last. Soderbergh strips away action and noise, allowing the audience to invest fully in the quiet magnetism building between them. Every frame feels intentional. The close-ups that capture their hesitant smiles, the soft lighting that outlines the vulnerability in their faces, the way their conversation moves in gentle waves before collapsing into a silence charged with everything they're both thinking but can't say. The editing plays a crucial role, blending past, present, and future into a montage-like flow that gives the scene its dreamy, almost surreal quality. Even if you're watching the film for the first time, there's an immediate understanding that this is the emotional centerpiece, the moment the entire narrative pivots on. And what makes it enduring is how realistic it feels. Everyone has experienced a moment, or imagined one, where they connect with someone they know they shouldn't, someone who represents both comfort and chaos. This scene captures that universal tension perfectly. It's not overplayed, it's not melodramatic, it's confidently subtle. Instead of relying on grand gestures, the film uses small details. The way she tilts her head, the pause before he answers, the almost imperceptible shift in their breathing when the distance between them closes. Clooney and Lopez deliver a mature, grounded chemistry, the kind that doesn't shout but resonates deeply. Their dynamic is built on equal power. She's not the damsel. He's not the dominant pursuer. They meet in the middle, sharing control and vulnerability in a rare balance. That's what makes the scene feel timeless. The final moments land with a quiet heartbreak, as both characters silently acknowledge that the fantasy can't survive the reality waiting outside the door. There's no dramatic explosion, no sudden chase, no forced conflict, just a soft, inevitable return to who they are. And yet, the audience is left with a lingering sense that something profound happened, something neither character will ever fully let go of. The what-if scene endures because it captures the essence of connection, desire, and painful honesty in the span of just a few minutes. It is romantic without being cliché, sensual without being explicit, emotional without being sentimental. It invites the viewer into a shared dream, one that feels just as fleeting and intoxicating as it does for characters. In a film full of clever twists and sharp dialogue, this scene stands out as a quiet masterpiece, reminding us that sometimes the most powerful cinematic moments aren't the loudest or the most dramatic, but the ones where two people simply sit together, wondering about the life they could have lived, if only things were different.